Hello and welcome back to the channel. I had an interesting topic that I wanted to discuss, and it's about a couple of different things. But basically, overall, it's about the cesspool that is California. So let's just jump right in. So right up on the at the beginning here, we have Josiah Rises, and if you're not following him, he has some interesting content. So I highly encourage you to go and check this guy out on YouTube and subscribe if you like what he's putting out. I'm not telling you have to, just if you like it. And he's been covering various stories about different actors leaving California. And there's also additional people who have left California that I'm aware of. Elon Musk famously left California. There's Gary from Nerdrotic. If you don't follow Nerdrotic on YouTube recently fled California. And this whole thing just got me thinking, like, I've seen this story popping up on YouTube. Well, let me just do a search for it. And a lot of stories come up, and they're not from a long time ago. 1 month, 5 months, 3 weeks, 1 year, 3 months, 5 months, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 10 months, 6 months, 7 years. So that's a long time ago. That's probably not, that's just a song. Okay. But you can see a lot of these others are just stories of people who are saying, hey, I have left, right? Except for this woman who apparently wanted to move back to California from Texas. So, good. If you're not happy here, 100%, go back to California. But then, it just sort of got me thinking, why are people leaving California, right? And so, I thought I would go and take a look at this. And, the California exodus is actually a real thing. Like, this little blurb here says more than 360,000 people left California in 2021. And for this article here, for the second straight year, California sees a population decline. Here, why are people leaving California? 8 different reasons why people and celebrities are leaving California. And these people that Josiah is mentioning are usually celebrities. And that really also got me thinking, look, if it's so bad that even the celebrities are like, this place, I'm out of here. That's pretty bad. That's really bad. I left California probably over 15 years ago now. And trust me, it was bad back then, but it wasn't as bad as it is now. And the reasons I left were for work, and mostly I was happy to leave because I essentially got a huge tax break moving out of California and moving to Texas. It was huge, right? That was a huge impact. Moving to Texas from California, I got a huge pay raise basically out of it. All right, so this is from the New York Times. For second straight year, California sees a population decline, right? And this is an article from May of 2022, right? And it talks about factors why. It talks about California losing 117,000 residents, and then losing 182,000 residents, and losing 275,000 residents. I mean, there's lots of numbers and lots of losses, lots of people leaving California. And so it's an interesting article from the New York Times. And then here's another article. The California exodus continues as residents head south of the border, right? And, then there was this article, and this article popped up, and I thought, let's check this article out and see if it's really worthwhile. And I got to say, for the most part, I agree with what's in here. And these are kind of the big reasons why people would be leaving California and moving to other places. First of all, state taxes, all right? Their taxes are huge, right? This one says the current top marginal income tax rate is 13.3%, but they want to raise it to 17%. Let's see if there's a date on this. This is from June 27th, 2022. Like I said, I got a huge pay raise. I got a big pay bump just by moving out of California. I couldn't even imagine having to pay 17%. It was already very difficult, even with both my wife and I working and making good money, having good jobs, trying to live in California. Everything's expensive there. Gas is expensive. Water is expensive. Trash service is expensive. Everything is ridiculous. When you live in California, you feel like this. You feel like somebody has their hand out all the time. You feel like there's a hand in your pocket, and you're like, who the hell has their hand in my pocket? And it's everybody. Everybody in the California has their hand in your pocket. Also, housing. Yeah. Even when I lived in California, again, 15 years ago, I lived in a area which was sort of growing at the time, a town that was growing, and yet it wasn't going crazy. And I moved from Louisiana, and I moved from a house that was, probably maybe about 2,200 square feet or something like that. And then it was a brand new house. We just had it built, and then we had to move to California for work. And when we got there, I was just like, holy crap, where the hell are we at? And why the hell do all these houses cost so damn much? It was absolutely ridiculous. And I got half the house, and it was a house that was like 20 years old for the same price that I spent on a brand new house in Louisiana. Now, I'm not saying Louisiana is the be-all, end-all. That place has its own problems, but, we were not in New Orleans proper, but we were in a suburb of New Orleans, and it was not a bad little place to live for the time that we lived there. Fortunately, we didn't have kids at that time. Political problems. Yeah, I can't imagine them having any political problems. Like, what's his name seems like he's a crook. The governor there. He's a slick guy, right? Super slick, but shady, if you know what I mean. Social and economic problems. Yeah, they got a lot of homeless people still. In fact, it's even worse now than when we lived there. And along with that comes filth. Like, literally, San Francisco is just... look, it wasn't bad when we lived in California. We went to San Francisco, and sure, there were some homeless people. There were definitely a lot of what I would call millennials that were panhandling. They weren't actual homeless people, but there were just people who were panhandlers, who were clearly and obviously not homeless. But there wasn't the filth, and there wasn't needles all over the damn place. And now there's literally shit and needles everywhere. That's why people are leaving. Yeah, insecurity. It's not exactly a pew-friendly state. It's not a self-defense friendly state. And if you know what I mean, they basically have a DA now in LA who doesn't want to prosecute anyone. And as a result, the people just don't feel safe. Another thing that just happened is the race car driver that was just stabbed in a parking lot of a gas station. He's in a gas station and he gets stabbed to death. This place, it's just unsafe. Look, I know you can get stabbed to death anywhere, but holy crap, we recently had a similar incident, just to compare and contrast, and that was a Houstonian who was also at a gas station and somebody was attempting to carjack him. So here, let me show you that. All right, I couldn't find the exact story I was looking for, but I found another one actually. But here's the first story. Ex-NASCAR driver Robert Bobby East fatally stabbed at California gas station. Right? Now keep in mind, this is after Kim, what's her name? Kim was attacked by some homeless guy in California. Let's look that one up. And here's that one. Olympic medalist Kim Glass recounts being assaulted outside LA restaurant. And guess what? This was a homeless man. Guess what this homeless man had? He had a record. He had a record of attacking people and doing just this exact same thing. He had been arrested for this not once, not twice. I think this was his fourth time. So he'd already done this 3 times. But we all know that Gascon won't prosecute people under the 3 strikes, even though he's supposed to, and that's the law in California. And this is what happened as a result. This lady was attacked and nearly killed. She could have been killed. This homeless guy has a record, and he just, out of the blue, comes up and hits her in the head with a pipe. This is the safety that's in California. This is what the hell is wrong with that state. It's fucking absolute lawlessness. Like I said, Bobby East stabbed to death in a parking lot at a gas station. And then you have this in Texas, a different story. Father shoots 2 teens who attempted to rob vehicle with infants in the backseat. All right, 2 16-year-olds are in the hospital after being shot during an attempted robbery of a family. The shooting happened just after midnight, after a family pulled into their driveway. Investigators say the family had just gotten home when the two teens opened a rear door where the family's 1-year-old was sitting. The father, who happened to be armed, fired several rounds through a window and hit both suspects. Look, not only can we carry in our cars because of castle doctrine here in Texas, but we carry and we train, and we can and will use our tools. Okay, what? So obviously crime. They call it insecurity, but it's crime. Let's not sugarcoat this. Crime is a reason why many people are leaving California. The place is just effed. Wildfires. Yeah, I don't know if I see this as a big reason why people are leaving. Look, even when I lived in California 15 years ago, there was wildfire season. Like, it was a part of the running joke that California doesn't have seasons like other states have seasons. They basically have spring, then they have summer, then they have fire season, then they have fall, and then they have pseudo winter, and then they have spring. If you ever lived in California, it's actually really nice weather. Winter is not really winter, so fall is more like spring than winter. Ease of working from home. Now, that's a new one. It's definitely easier to work from home than ever before, so you definitely don't have to live in California. Now, if you're employed by a company in California and you don't have to live there, and you can claim residency somewhere else, that can also be a huge tax savings for you. I mean, people just don't want to pay the taxes in California. So, other thing, famous celebrities who've left California. Joe Rogan left California. I thought he did. Chris Hemsworth, Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. Kim Kardashian left. I don't know if Kanye's moved back or if he's left and he's not living there anymore. I don't know what's up with them since they split up, but I don't really care that much either. And Graham Stephan, who apparently is a famous YouTuber and into real estate, and he also left California. So again, where are people moving to? Well, they're moving to a bunch of other states: Texas, Arizona, Washington, Nevada, Oregon. Those are the main places, and I'm sure there's people moving to all other places. But again, big reasons why. Well, look, for me, if I was still living there, it would probably be the taxes and the crime. That would just do it for me. Like, when you live in a place where you basically have no hope of being able to try and defend yourself because of the rules, because it's so onerous, and then everybody has their hand in your pocket and everybody has their hand out, and they want to raise taxes to 17%. It's just getting a little bit ridiculous. And look, it's not that nice of a place. Like, California's a nice place. There's definitely areas of it that are nice. It's a great place to go vacation. I would just leave it at that. If you want to go vacation there and enjoy certain vacation spots, that's great. Just, I wouldn't say live there if you can avoid it, because, yeah, it's kind of a pain in the ass. Look, I know that the narrative is that California is a wonderful place, or at least it used to be. Just this wonderful, caring, just place where everybody's woke, and it's sort of like this woke wonderland, and it's just perfect, right? It's utopia. But the reality is that the DAs don't want to prosecute people. And as a result, even in San Francisco, they recalled their DA and they're installing a new DA. That's how bad it is. That's how bad it's gotten. It's gotten so bad that even the Democrats in California don't like the DAs in LA or San Francisco. And people don't feel safe, and they're leaving because they don't feel safe. They're leaving because it's an absolute shithole, and they're leaving because it costs too damn much to live there. And now it seems like even the middle class people are leaving. So it's bad when the rich people leave, because, rich people, they can pretty much live wherever they want, and they live in an insulated bubble, but they have the means to leave. So they are also some of the people who, some of the first to leave. They can just kind of leave anytime they want to. So that's one thing. But when middle class people start leaving, then people are getting desperate, because those people don't always have the means to leave, but they're finding a way to get out of California. because that's how bad it is. Anyways, that's the whole leaving California story that I just wanted to cover because it had piqued my interest. What do you think? Do you have other reasons why people are leaving California? Are you a transplant from California? If so, where did you go? So, look, if you want me to keep sharing stories like this, let me know down below. In the meantime, if you want to smash the narrative, then smash the like and smash the subscribe button because we're just getting started. I'll see you on the next video.